Good morning. It is day 17 of being on this Cambridge diet. Oh, sorry, the 1-to-1 diet. Still getting it mixed up after like 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, today is a bit of a weird one. I obviously went for that walk yesterday. I actually ended up walking for I think it was 3 hours or something. It was nice because I made loads of phone calls and that, so I was on the phone to people. I wasn't just walking around like a madman. And yeah, it really, don't know, it made me feel a bit better actually, going for a walk. But it did make me feel like hungry, I suppose, not hungry, but low on energy. And after I recorded that video, I didn't get a chance to do a video last night because I was playing Call of Duty, so that's my fault. Yeah, it was, I think I fell asleep. When I got back, I just dozed off in the chair, and in the end I went upstairs and laid in the bed and then fell asleep. Hence why I was up till late again last night. So I need to get out of that, otherwise it'll become a thing. So yeah, I don't know if that was just purely because I'd gone to bed at 2 in the morning and woke up at 7:30, 8 or whatever it was. That's probably mainly it. And then I've done again the same. Last night I went to bed at about 2 and I got up at I think 8, half 8. So I've had about 6 hours. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because typically when you're tired, you feel more run down. And obviously when you're tying that in with doing a diet like this, you typically feel quite run down just normally on a day-to-day basis. So obviously then it's compounding then. So now you're doubly knackered and tired, low on energy. So therefore you are more tempted you feel like you can't do this, you feel like it's on top of you, you feel like giving in, you have those sort of thoughts. So just be wary of that. If you do have late nights planned, if you're planning to go out, and you're not going to get much sleep, you are going to feel rough the next day, or at least more low on energy, which therefore in your mind, your brain will tell you need to eat energy. You need carbohydrates or sugar. So you will crave pizzas, burgers, chips, donuts, that sort of stuff. You will crave that sort of stuff. And as long as you can understand that going into it, you actually are better prepared for it. Because when you actually feel it, like yesterday, I actually thought my stomach started rumbling, and I thought, God, I'm really hungry. Maybe tonight I should be the night where I have something to eat. But then I thought, this is because I've gone for that long walk and now my body's craving energy. I'll have a shake and I'll see how I feel. So I had a shake first and I felt a lot better. 20 minutes later, I felt absolutely fine. And then I actually thought, I'm not that hungry. And it all went away. So because you've fed your body carbohydrates with the drinks, because the drinks have a certain level of carbs in them, that tells your brain, right, I've received carbs, I'm all right for a little while. And it didn't come back until later on that night. So, and by that, I think I had another shake, and then that was it. That was me all the way till 2 in the morning. Didn't crave anything, didn't want anything, and obviously didn't eat anything. So that's really good. Now I'm getting a handle on why I crave certain foods at certain times. I understand it a bit better now. And I hope, obviously, you watching this video, I hope maybe you feel the same. You may think, I always, I don't mind missing breakfast, but it gets to around about 1 o'clock and I'm really, really hungry. Yeah, well, that's because you've used a lot of energy from the moment you woke up all the way up till 1 p.m, 12 p.m, whatever it is. And your body's then saying, I need carbohydrates, you need to have carbs. And then in your mind, you're like, I really fancy and you just think of high carb foods. You just think them. like I say, pizza, burger, donuts, bread, sandwiches, whatever. So once you can get a handle on it, like, oh yeah, I'm thinking, you know, I don't sit there and think about it constantly all day, every day. But when all of a sudden it pops in my head, oh, I really fancy like chips from the chip shop. Like I thought that yesterday. And I thought, why am I thinking that? Oh, I need to have a shake. Because I understood, like, oh, I'm obviously, my body's craving some energy because I've burnt more than I normally would today. So because I had an understanding of it, I found it a bit easier. But I hope, obviously, people watching this may watch my video and think, oh yeah, I never thought about it like that. I just thought it was because I really, really am addicted to, you know, to Krispy Kreme donuts at 1 p.m. You're not. It's just because your body wants a large amount of carbohydrates to make up for the deficit that you've already run at earlier that day. So, yeah, hopefully I can help you get around it. Today though, I'm having a fat ugly day, if you like. Women watching this may, I always hear women talk about it. It's quite a feminine thing to say, I suppose. But you know, some days where I sort of like get up and look in the mirror and I think, oh yeah, I've really lost weight around my face, and oh yeah, I've lost weight around here. My tops feel looser and all that, and I think, yeah, I've lost weight, and I feel good about it. You feel good about yourself. You think, yeah, I could do this. Yeah, I want to see more of this. So it spurs you on a bit more. Today, I put this top on, and I looked in the mirror and I thought, God, I look so big. Is that because I'm tired? Am I being negative in my mind? I looked in the reflection. Let's see if I get a reflection in it. Oh, actually, I don't look too bad there. Well, I don't have to show you a reflection. I could probably get a full body shot in. You can see my stomach is actually getting flatter in line with my chest, whereas before, if I stick my belly right out, it was more like that. Whereas now, me just standing naturally, that's not me breathing in. That's just me, just normal. You can see actually it's getting a bit more flatter. So yeah, it's not too bad actually now, look at it like that. This morning when I put this top on, I looked in the mirror and I thought, God, you look fat. You look huge still. Where's all this weight going? Where's this 1.5 stone that you've lost? So yeah, I'm having a fat ugly day, if you like. That's it from me, guys, really. I will say that weekends are my weak point. Weekends are my kryptonite. I'm actually at home. My wife stormed out this morning. She's gone somewhere with the kids. She's just texted me saying, do you want to come meet us? It's normally places like Jungle Adventure. You go there and obviously they just try and ram junk food down your throat because that's how they make their money. You pay a £5 for the kids to get in, but all the adults just sit there at the tables, and then they offer full English breakfast, big burgers. Is that someone at the door? Yes, it was. Someone should put some letters through the door. Yeah, so yeah, it's things like that. That's when you would need to look at that and say, right, okay, I'm going to a place like that to stop my cravings or urges. I need to take a shake with me. So if I go and meet her now, and then I think we're going out in the afternoon, so then we may be out all day. So now I need to take 2 or 3 products with me just in case, and a couple of bottles of water and some chewing gum. So I'm fully prepared for the day. But weekends are my kryptonite. That's when I really struggle. And the last couple of weekends I've actually stayed in. So I've actually, I say stayed in. I think last weekend I spent with them. The weekend before that, I just stayed in because I knew I was in my 3rd and 4th day, which normally are the hardest days. I stayed away from whatever the kids were doing and my wife. So that was one weekend that I've not spent with them. But yeah, if say like, and we're going out tomorrow as well. So wherever we're at, the kids will want sweets, junk food, and they will say things like, oh, Dad, can you have this? Or why don't you join us? Or no, you know. And my wife, Rebecca, even though she knows I'm on this diet, she was like, oh, so you said in your video that you might start eating. So what, can we go for a Toby Carvery on Sunday? And I said, yeah, if I start eating, I was talking about maybe having some chicken with a bit of broccoli or like, and she was like, yeah, but they sell that at Toby Carvery. Now that's very difficult because once you get in those sort of places, the smells hit you. That sends your brain into overload. Then obviously you've got to go and pick the food yourself. It's very easy to pick more than you should. And imagine going into Toby Carvery and getting a big plate and just, because they only put so much meat on it, didn't they? Thin slivers of meat. And then you just get like 2 or 3 bits of broccoli. It just don't seem right. So things like that are very difficult. I find very difficult anyway. If you feel the same, please comment down below. If you think I should just avoid all of that completely and not go. But then obviously then it's you know, another weekend of missing time with friends and family. So and I said this in my video the other day, it can be quite an unsociable diet in that regard. So I don't want to be that guy that I'm just staying in every day. But you just need to be strong-willed and make sure you have loads of products. If you're about to go into somewhere and you think, oh, I'm going to really struggle here because I really love Bella Pay or Chinese food or McDonald's, whatever, have your shakes literally just before you go in. Like, have one just before you go in and take one in with you just in case, because what will happen is that will make you feel full up. Not full up, but your brain will not crave so much. Then it's just instead of you actually feeling like you need to eat, it's just you want to eat. When you have both of them together, it's very hard. When you tell yourself you need to eat and you want to eat, it's like, well, I really want to eat at McDonald's and really I do need food because I haven't eaten today and I've only had 1 shake and I've only done this and I went for that long run. You start to convince yourself to buckle. If you have the shakes and all of a sudden you're like, well, I don't really need to eat anything, but I'd really want to, but should I, shouldn't I? And then you can make a more rash decision, like an actual proper decision. That's really it from me, guys. Thank you for, I think I said it in my video yesterday when I was walking about. I sort of said in the video before, please smash up the likes. There's about 50 to 70 people that watch these videos. And I actually looked through the analytics of YouTube, and it seems like 75 to 80% of my viewers are women, aged between like 25 and 45 or something like that. So if you meet that demographic, smash that like button up. And I sort of said, can you please click like? And I got about 30 likes on my video, not yesterday, day before. So I really appreciate that. It shows that you guys listened to what I said and obviously you acted on it. So I really, really do appreciate that. So please smash that like button up. My subscribers are going up like quicker than obviously they were. I was stuck around the 700 mark for ages, and now I'm up to about 760 within the space of like 2 weeks. So obviously I've gained 60 new people watching my videos every day. So thank you for joining my channel. Obviously I'll be posting these diet videos until whenever obviously I stop doing the diet, and then I was going to still continue, obviously not every day, but just every sort of now and then doing an update video like, hey guys, today I weighed this much now. Because one of the biggest questions was when I done it last time was, Glenn, have you kept the weight off? Have you kept the weight off? How have you done keeping the weight off? How much do you weigh now? Have you put it all back on again plus more? I'm worried if I do this diet, I'll put it all back on. So I thought I would continue to do these vlogs even after I do the diet. And also I think I'm going to start to upload, we get asked a lot, because me and my wife obviously have done childminding for a few years now, plus we have kids our own. We go out a lot for days out and stuff like that. And a lot of people always ask us, Glenn Bex, what do you think about this place, like Disneyland Paris? Where's the best place to stay for Disney? We've been there a few times. We've been Florida a couple of times. we go on lots of family days out. So anyway, I was thinking about just uploading videos where we discuss like, oh, here's the best flights to America, here's you know, and start doing like travel videos, just as and when we go on family holidays and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that sort of thing and you're new to my channel, please click the subscribe button. That's sort of my plan for this channel going forward for the next I don't know, year or two. Also, don't forget to smash that like button up before you go today, and you'll see another video from me probably tomorrow, where maybe tomorrow I'll eat. Who knows? I'm saying that just to fit in with everyone else. I don't feel like I need to eat, so maybe I shouldn't, because then that will lead me down a path of eating things I shouldn't eat. Maybe keep me out of ketosis, but I don't know. It'd be nice to sit down with people and have a Sunday dinner, but just stick to the right things. See if I can do it. It'd be almost like a test run for Christmas. Christmas is 5 weeks away. And Nicola was saying, look, if you're going to break the diet over Christmas, which you probably are, try and only have as much meat as you can, and then only have like maybe 1 or 2 potatoes and maybe 1 Yorkshire pudding, maybe 1 pig in blanket or whatever, because that's the sort of stuff you have for Christmas dinner. And I was thinking, yeah. So I wonder if I can maybe get away with doing like a little test run of that. Maybe just have chicken and some veg to start off with. Do that a couple of times, and then maybe put in a potato or something. I don't know. Obviously, this journey, a lot of people, like someone commented the other day and told me their story about how they lost loads of weight, but then they put it all back on. The most important thing with doing any diet, any diet, is not you doing the diet, because typically diets are fairly straightforward and easy to follow. They require you to eat a lot less than you normally would, in any shape or form. I don't care how they sell it. I don't care what magic product it is they're selling. The main focus is that you're eating a lot less than you normally would, and you will lose weight. That's just, forget the gym, forget doing loads and loads of working out and all that. The main focus on you losing weight is to eat less than you normally do. So you do these diets, you eat less than you normally would, and then guess what? You go back to how you was eating before, like a pig, or you know, whatever. And then therefore you start looking like a pig. You start putting the weight back on. And people go, oh, I tried that Weight Watchers, I tried that Cambridge, I tried that Slimmers World, I tried that Slim Fast, whatever. Doesn't work. The diet works because it's restricting you how much you're eating. It's what you do after. So I know that some people that may be watching these videos who are also doing a diet, they may say, no, Glenn, you should just do the shakes for 12 weeks straight and then have 1 meal and then do another 12 weeks of just the shakes. Yeah, that's fine. And if you do that, you will lose a lot of weight, but it doesn't matter. If you get down, if I went from 23 stone down to 13 stone, if I go back to how I was eating, it would only take me a couple of months to get back to the size I was. I need to learn and have a hold on food, not food have a hold on me. So I need to learn to like, right, I've just eaten that. That's enough. That's me done. You know, and I'm not saying like you have to eat super healthy and everything like that. I still plan to eat at McDonald's, but I plan to maybe have a double cheeseburger without the bun, because I really like that, just the meat bit, with, instead of the chips, or even if you do have chips, just have a few. Like if you're with someone, they have the chips and you just nick a couple of them. You still add that, that tastes nice. And then maybe like a Coke Zero. Now, actually, if you add that up, if you go onto McDonald's website, they have like a nutritional nutrition calculator. Now, I'm not being a huge advocate of McDonald's. I don't suggest you come off a diet and eat McDonald's, but they're the sort of foods that I am going to eat. Like, I'm going to go to burger places. I am going to go to Toby Carvery's. I am going to have chips from the chip shop, because that is what I'm British and I've got a young family, and that, guess what? That is typically what young British families eat. Typically, if you look at the majority of the UK and what's available in your sort of geographical location, if you like. But the idea is that you have a hold on it. You eat some chips from the chip shop and you think, do you know what? That's me done. I don't need a large portion with the sausage and the pie and everything like that, and I'm not going to finish off the kids' ones after I've done my own, because that is just eating way to excess. That's what I used to do. I've been there, I've done it. McDonald's, I used to have a large Big Mac meal with a strawberry milkshake and a double cheeseburger and a wrap, and then after I'd ate that, if one of the kids didn't finish their nuggets from their Happy Meal, I'd eat that. So you're talking like I'm eating like 3 meals. So you can still have your favourite foods. It's just having a hold on it, eating something and being like, okay, that's me done. No, I've had my carbohydrates, I've had my protein, like within that meal. That's me done. Once you can get your head around that, you will hold the weight off a lot longer. And I'm going to prove that, because after I do this diet, I'm going to eat that type of food and I am going to vlog it. And I'm going to say, look, this is how much weight I've put on, or this is how much I've stayed or lost, or whatever it may be. And I'm pretty confident now I've got my head around how food works and how my brain works in conjunction with my belly. I'm thinking that I could actually do that. So, but proof is in the pudding. I have to actually do it, not talk about it. But unfortunately, we have to go through this period of me just not eating, which is really the easy bit. So that's it from me. I'm going to wrap it up there. I went on way too long. Sorry, I rambled loads today, but it's because I didn't do a video yesterday, I think. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll let you know what's happening tomorrow regarding, obviously, my diet. See you later, guys. Bye.